Hello folks, this is Cool TV and my name is Theophilus and we are currently here at the Criminal Court C, the grounds of the Supreme Court of Liberia, where the former Foreign Minister D. Maxwell Kimian and other former government officials were brought due to some corruption allegations. But we are here this morning to bring you more details about this situation. My name is Theophilus and be with us. And we see the huge presence of police. As we got the information this morning, the former foreign minister was arrested at about 4 p.m. this morning at his residence in Pinsville, A.B. Talbot Road, respectively. And so we are here this morning to bring you full details about that, including Mary Bro, former GSA boss, was also arrested as well, and she's currently here at the Criminal Court C for further investigation. So folks, be with us as we bring you more details about that. So they're now about to bring out the former foreign minister, but they are now about to bring him out. We see several former officials here, but we will have, if the police will give a chance, we will have to talk to them about this. So keep following us. We are still here at the Temple of Justice. The former foreign minister, including former GSA boss Mary Bro, were brought at the Monrovia City Court due to an alleged corruption allegation. So folks, they are here this morning. Executive Director Henrik Williams, among several individuals who were arrested in connection with the alleged theft of over 25,000 bags of rice donated to Liberia by the Saudi government. And this reported quantity of rice was part of a consignment of 29,412 bags valued at $425,980 and was intended for disaster victims, but was allegedly secretly diverted for personal and political benefits. Yes, that's it. And the three former officials, Kimia, Bro, and Williams, they are currently facing charges of theft of property, economic sabotage, and misuse of office. Their arrest followed months of investigation, and the court has issued its first indictment in the case. The rice was donated in April 2023 to the King's Salam Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center and was consigned to the National Disaster Management Agency. So that's the main reason we are here for this morning. So be with us as we bring to you live coverage here. My name is Theophilus. So be with us, folks. Former Foreign Minister, former GSA boss, Mary Bro, out here. But we hope to talk to them if we are given the opportunity to talk to them concerning this alleged corruption allegation. They will better explain to us whether the indictment is real or is a political gameplay. But we will talk to them concerning this if we are given the opportunity. So be with us. Masa.
Is it that kind of country we're running in this place? Is that for the non-coming?
Honorable Kimia.
Okay, what up, brother?
We'll take it from y'all to the now. Y'all enjoy yourself. Y'all know your story. Pour everybody in jail. Put it for the non-coming. Put it for the non-coming. Y'all enjoy yourself. Y'all enjoy yourself.
Hey, Sharon.
Is it that kind of country we're running in this place? Is that the reason why we made a president? To target everybody?
Why you kept flagging off 2029?
We give them power, not to treat us in that way. We will take the power from the 2029.
All I may say, like, we're hearing for
justice. In that mistake, we are suffering today. But we're waiting for 2029. Because that's the only time that we have power in our hands.
Don't you think they
use our power 2029? We'll use our power.
You sound
every morning you just come and arrest people and watching people carrying them to jail.
Man, let's talk to you. I can't talk to you. Tell us more about this arrest.
Well, we are surprised and shocked as a party of the movement for economic empowerment. We totally condemn the arbitrary arrest and detention of our political leaders.
Come inside, you got a noise. Yeah, come inside. Yeah.
The charge sheet in our possession shows that the government has said that Ambassador Kimaya conspired with authorities of the NDMA to mismanage, divert rest that were donated to Liberia by the Saudi Arabian government.
I want to get this straight. At what time was he arrested? At what time was he arrested?
Can you imagine we got up this morning by 3 a.m. His residence was surrounded.
Are you for real? 3 a.m.?
3 a.m. His residence was surrounded by officers of the Liberian National Police without notification, and then he was taken here. The charge sheet that is in our possession has indicated that he allegedly conspired with authorities of the National Disaster Management Agency to have mismanaged rice that were donated by the Saudi Arabian government.
So
if the issue of rice, if the issue of rice is the only case or issue that the government, the United Party-led government has against Ambassador Kimaya, then I can say they don't have anything. So that man served within the foreign ministry for 6 years. If he has no link to corruption, but you only bring him here because we have donated to him and given to the authority of the NDMA to be given to the disaster victims, and you have a ring before court.
Sir,
we are disappointed.
Where are they taking?
As a witch hunt, is only intended to suppress.
You considering it as a witch hunt?
2 days ago, Ambassador Kimaya, as the political leader of MOVE, we just did a laudable process by graduating over 41 women and young girls. 3 days after the government has come down against it.
Sir, where are they taking? Where are they taking the former?
They are taking them to South Beach. We all know that this issue of theft of property, these are the charges against them. These are charges that are available, that can be used. And everything has been provided. Lawyers were here to take them on bail. The judge has refused. The judge has refused to release them to their lawyers.
The judge refused to release.
The judge refused. All attempt to get a judge to allow them to be released on bail to their lawyers put futile. So we see that as a wisdom, we see that as an attempt by the United government to get our opposition leaders.
Thank you. Thank you. So, can I talk to you? This is School TV. My name is Theophilus. What is your name? What are you you shouting? I think you are angry, right? Okay.
And the Liberian people will not have peace. And the Liberian people, because I'm not in government, so I can't live peaceful life in this country. And somebody will just come some morning, bring police people to my door. And somebody that causing trouble in this country, that you can't invite him to the court. You must bring police to his door, send the cloud to threaten his people. We came to the court, we can't even get 1 hour. We see George anything. They tell you, he say carry him to jail. It's just the kind of record that the United Party government is setting in this country. That they support almost every opposition in jail. Is that the kind of record? So because I'm not a United Partisan, I can't live a peaceful life in this country. Anybody can just come and arrest me and carry me to jail? Is that fair? Is that how we treat the Liberian people in this country? There's little peace that have been maintained by Ellen Johnson and George Weah. United Party Bwaka coming to destroy this peace. You think all these people that they are suppressing today, they don't have people that love them and support them also? If anything happens in this country today, who will come to our aid? When the war itself fighting their own war and battle. Who will come to Liberia? Some of us don't have anywhere to go. We have nobody to help us. We got no visa, we got no passport. When something comes out in the country, we and our children will die. Those people that do these things will put the people in everything and go. Is that the kind of peace that we want in this country? That if I can succumb to the government, then somebody, I believe the way I talk to somebody will still come to my own house in the morning.
You believe that way?
I think. Yeah, I don't even care about that. Somebody might even come to my house when we are talking here today to come and arrest me to go put me beyond Central or to put me whatsoever. But that is not my fear. The thing here is we are Liberians. Everybody can be in the government. There must be opposition. If the person is causing trouble, that's a different thing. But this man is a peaceful man. We just had our graduation. And almost all the people that I saw attended that program, they arrested them today and carried them to jail. What is that? Is this the kind of country that I want to live in? Are we satisfied with what's happening in this country? So nobody can speak out? Thank you.
So, folks, can I talk to you? Okay. So, sir, what is your name? Tukwesi. You said what? What CDC did to you?
I was a victim of President we are. It's very court.
This
CDC brought me here.
Oh, CDC brought you here.
I'm from National Housing Authority.
Okay. What did you do that CDC brought you here?
I didn't do anything. They accused me.
But it's impossible. Oh, they accused
They
you.
accused me.
Okay.
You come to court with allegations.
Okay.
CDC people must bear what it takes. CDC did a very thing to me. I went to jail 11 days. Today, they're arresting them, they go to jail. They come to the same court to say they can send a release.
Is it an hour on hour?
Well, I know what you call an half on half. The justice system, every chance I can speak myself, the justice system is for every Liberian. I went through it, they can go through it too. The same corruption allegation they had, they levy against me. You may recall the National Housing Authority case, 2018, November. We came to the very court, we exonerated ourselves.
So you think what happened to you should happen to others? Is that,
Once it's lawful.
once it's lawful.
Okay. Once it's lawful. Thank you.
Well, they're not 5% of the development the bad new president, okay, play people. CDC government, okay, play for the jail. The president come smart. It's smart. Every money that go around people.
So, we can continue to make them grow to be very popular.
And this like you.
Nobody is against the rule of law. But the rule of law should be channeled through the way the Constitution provided for it to be channeled.
Do you think there's a foul play when it comes to the rule of law in Liberia?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Now, 4 o'clock this morning, armed men.
You saying 4 o'clock this morning?
4 o'clock.
Were you present?
I was there. Right?
4 a.m.
So we saw the first people that put brought Manchester and other stuff. And you people bring some too?
Telling you.
Wow.
Right? They barricaded the entire place. The first call that I received, it was for the security for the yard. And we went there. Now, telling you that you want for the rule of law to take his course. Granted. Now we came here. The judge sitting in there, all of the lawyers here, they bomb here. The judge refused to answer a call only for him to sign a form to turn the people to their lawyer. He refused. When the order was given for the people to go to Morovia Central Prison, then you see the judge coming from the office.
Wow.
Right? With the charges sheet here. Now, these masters are coming here, former foreign minister, right? He lobbied for the rest that you are discussing about. And why it worked? After the rest landed in country, he turned it over to disaster management. It wasn't work. So if the rest people went in there, they start taking the rest, why you get to Kenya? Why you get to do with Kenya? And we are saying this, that to this government, stop to provoke the peace. Stop provoking the peace. Because when the people get tired, we will leave with no alternative, but rather to defend ourselves. Because a justice cannot defend us. The life that in us is more pressure, we will defend it.
How are you going to defend yourself?
Right? We will defend our life by the strength that God gave us.
Sir, what is your name?
I'm Winston Gray.
Thank you.
Right? Why you get to Kimia? Why you get to do with Kimia? And we are saying this, that today's government stop to provoke the peace. Stop provoking the peace. Because when the people get tired, we will leave with no alternative, but rather to defend ourselves. Because a justice cannot defend us. The life that in us is more pressure, we will defend it.
How are you going to defend yourself?
Right? We will defend our life by the strength of God.
So what is your name?
Good afternoon. Today from Liberia, pleasant welcome and the 26th day of the month, June. As a matter of fact, a pleasant welcome, and the team here would love to say with exclusive delight, a pleasant welcome again to Liberia. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, based upon your timeline. Good afternoon, Liberia. On today is the 26th, 06262025 is today. It is Thursday from Liberia, Painesville City, City Complex Tower, Painesville, Liberia. A pleasant welcome. Don't forget the geometry of the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority, and those that come with equity must come with clean hands. As usual on this platform, I am your humble servant. Just call me Ambassador J. Nathaniel B. Varsinian, and I'm here today with Andrew Gamayu, the head of production on this spectacular edition of the program. Be with us until 1:30. Remember, we are live on YouTube, Cool Channel 2 on YouTube. We're also live on Facebook, Cool at the search handle, and we are live on www.knewsonline.com across the world, and we also on 91.9. Our silent listeners will say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and a pleasant welcome. The Temple of Justice in Monrovia, Liberia, is significantly built in order to house the Supreme Court and other legal offices. It was designed by the Tommaso Villa in the 1960s and dedicated in 1965. Despite its importance, it has faced challenges with maintenance infrastructure, including power outages, especially during and after the Civil War. The Temple of Justice was designed in modern style by the Italian architect Tommaso Villa in the 1960s. It is situated on the Capitol Hill in Monrovia. The building serves as the seat of the Supreme Court of Liberia and also houses auxiliary courtrooms and legal offices. The Temple of Justice suffered some damages during the First and the Second Liberian Civil War from 1989 to 2003, but the extent of the damage was relatively minor compared to other structures in the country. The major challenge of the Temple of Justice has been inadequate maintenance and lack of consistent electricity, which has impacted the functionality of the building. While still in use, the Temple of Justice faces ongoing issues with infrastructure and resources that affect the efficiency of the Liberia judiciary. The Temple of Justice is a large building on the modern style which are designed by Tommaso Villa in the 1960s in the capital city Monrovia, Liberia. Dedicated in 1965, it houses the Supreme Court of Liberia, auxiliary courtrooms and other legal offices. It suffered relatively little damages during the First and Second Civil War, and the renovation project began in 2008. Among the results was a change of the building's slogan to "Let justice be done to all men" by removing the previous final word "men." Let justice be done to all, and it was "Let justice be done to all men." Now it's "Let justice be done to all." Good afternoon, good morning, and a pleasant welcome on today. Today is the 26th day. Remember, today the history is a regular feature on our program, so we'll bring you history that's happened for your listening pleasure today. Today, the 26th. In 1904, the American motion picture actor Peter Lorre, who first achieved international fame as the child murderer into the German classic film M in 1931, directed by the Fraser Land, was born today into the Rosa Hate in Hungary today. In 1819, to be precise, the United States Army officer Abner Doubleday, once thought to be the inventor of the baseball in 1907, finding that was later discredited by evidence of baseball connection with the older English game runners, was born today. Today, in 1945, the Charter of the United Nations was signed in San Francisco. Today, on the 26th of June, 1945. In 1948, the American writer Shirley Jackson, best known work, the short story The Lutheran, was first published in the New Yorker. The tale is a powerful of the barbarism and social sacrifice upon in the allegory. Today, during the Cold War, the United States President John F. Kennedy delivered his famous Inch Being in Berliner speech into West Berlin in 1963 on today. Today, in 1974, the American baseball player Derek Jeter, who as one of the game's leading competitors helped the New York Yankees with multiple World Series titles, he was born on today. Elvis Presley performed in the public for the last time in 1977 to be precise with you, 1977 on the 26th of June today. 2 years after that, after almost 20 years of professional fighting, heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali announced his retirement from boxing in 1979. 1997, today the 26th of June, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, also called Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, was first published in London, and the book launched the hugely popular series about a boy wizard today. The American politician Tom Thurmond, who was one of the longest serving senators in the United States history and a prominent states' rights and segregation advocate, died today at the age of 100 in 2003 on the 26th of June today. The United States versus the Windsor, the United States Supreme Court struck down the provision in the Defense of Marriage Act that defined marriage for federal purposes as a legal union between one man and one woman today in 2013. Today, 2015, in Bergerfeld versus Hodges, the United States Supreme Court ruled that state bans on same-sex marriage was unconstitutional. Writing for the majority, Justice Anthony Kennedy stated that no longer may this liberty be denied on today, the 26th of June in 2015. Today's history is a record of future in our programs. You are aware the opening of the CN Tower, which opened on the public in 1976 on today, was about 1,815 feet, 553 meters. The world's tallest freestanding structure until being surpassed in 2007 by the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, United Arab Emirates today. Today, happy birthday to Babi Derek Singh, the Zaharians, American Ali, born today, 1911, June 26, into Port Arthur, Texas, but died today at the age of 45, died on the 27th of September in 1956, into the Galveston, into Texas on today. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome. Today, before I go home, 1944, June 26, the Lieutenant General Stilwell troops captured the important railway town of the Mangau into Naut Broadman into Miami on today. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome on today. We'll take our break, we'll come back. There are several issues now to talk about. Today, as one of 5 years where several government officials have been arrested and taken to South Beach, the Monrovia Central Prison, and they are set to answer to several allegations coming to them. And also on top of our agenda, the issue of work permit given to folks in this country has turned out to be something very much important and should not be treated with any issue of leniency, especially where Liberians are at the point where unemployment rate is very high, and seeing foreign nationals being employed gives a different feeling to Liberia. Today, it's also important to announce to you that with all the major scrutiny, Kupokra Councillor, the head of the Ministry of Labour, has revoked several foreign work permits. So if the lawmakers allow the Liberian, let me take this down so you understand this. The lawmakers allow the Liberian Senate, if they would have come very high on Kupokra, was Liberian going to see this great move? Because since they stay there and seeing institutions are right under his nose into Muscle County are the ones who are involved in his act, raises a lot of concerns. But Mr. Good afternoon, we'll take a first short break, come back, we dive into several major issues. I'm getting reports that the code, that is the presiding magistrate of the Monrovia City Court, El Ben Barco, one of Liberia's best, is expected to decide today, the 26th of June 2025, former Speaker, Councillor Jonathan Fanatikofa, 3 others of the colleagues born far before the court into this process here involving the arson attack. So after listening to the both sides, heated argument was on, reserving his ruling, and announced that the final decision will be on the bond validity on today, will be delivered by May D. Right about now, as I speak to you, and we are optimistic that our folks are leaving from the Monrovia Central Prison to where this will be happening upon, and the court will then decide the fate of Councillor Kofa or Representative Kofa and other persons, and if it goes the other way around, they may just be rearrested, especially where you are hearing rearresting issues of it. And in the coming days, the president is very much key with his staff, court officers, to Liberians, whether past or current officials, to answer to the people. Remember, he just, by directive for the president, suspended upon. I will show that later to you. Don't be watching me live. I will show that later for better reference, that the state enterprise, the head of the state enterprise Liberia, is also being suspended. My own old man, Mr. Arthur Masakwa, also being suspended. He's been asked to turn everything over to his deputy, pending investigation upon. So there are several developments coming up today. But good afternoon. Let's take our break and welcome to this. We will also open the lines for your listening pleasure, and you will have your say on today. Let me take this first short break here. It's important.
So we saw the first people that poor brought Manchester and a lot of stuff. And you people bring some too? So you're bringing some too?
I'll bring the law, the rule of law, and the applicable law.
Will they sleep on the council?
You know what happened? These people who are, I was the first and last political woman in the country for 2 week party. They say April 20th, they say I was going to the poll and live to tell the story, see the story, and see how they behave here. So they want our voice on top of Dickie Gray, to go find people they can't find, to do tasting, to that voice up for all that shenanigans, shakerism, and that's coming to sell us up. They sold us up before and they coming to sell. I had lived my life, they were easier.
Master, you been around the arrest?
So folks. Welcome to Focus Africa Live. We are here at the Mara Central Prison, where former foreign minister
former team of the cabinet of the Republic of Nigeria, current Sure. So you put it here right on.
I'm not the one saying this. Listen to this. And let me say welcome. Liberia, very interesting country on today. In fact, you know, earlier on, I'm searching through my dossier of documents. The statement that was made by the former Director General of the General Services Agency. I'm still searching, but before today close, I'll play that for you. You listen to her, and this was just what she said at the time. It's unfolding today. So, but let me say something here. This today is not just about just past officials. I will show you a letter currently on my page. Watching me, just go there, cool, and you will see exactly where I am. And briefly, just in a jiffy, to alert you about this letter. And as soon as it's up, you see that my team working on this. Yeah, if you look at the page here, if you watch it with me live, you will see this letter. This said for immediate release. President Boakai, the other folks can say Bokai. President Boakai suspends Director General for the Bureau of State Enterprise pending investigation. If you can see what I'm showing now, you see what I'm talking about. I'll go to the letter here, not in totality, but to give you what's about. This Bureau of State Enterprise, in a letter here, they said this decision followed credible reports of financial administrative malpractices allegedly committed under Mr. Masakwe leadership. I'm talking about Arthur Masakwe. Don't think about any other Masakwe, but to be specific, Arthur Masakwe. And let me read you part of this second paragraph. It said, President Boakai says his action is intended to safeguard the integrity of an ongoing investigation being undertaken by the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission (LACC) into reported irregularities. And the suspension also aimed to ensure that uninterrupted and smooth functioning of the bureau during this critical period. So this shows me that the president is not just leaving us to unturned. He's making sure that check and balance or balances are in places, square pegs and square holes, round pegs and round holes, and just to get what should be done in the interest of the Liberian people. But if you listen with comments coming from folks, it's been misconstrued for the president's action. They are saying, let me read this part here. It's important for you, and I'm asking this to happen. The president has urged Mr. Arthur S. Masakwe to fully cooperate with the relevant authorities and refrain from any form of interference within the operations of the Bureau. This is the reason. Okay, he said, in the interim, Mr. Masakwe is this is before the paragraph I just read. I'm reading this. In the interim, Mr. Masakwe is directed to turn over all government properties and responsibilities to the Deputy Director of Administration for Administration, Honorable Valley F. Sanon, who will serve as acting Director General pending the outcome of the investigation. This is it. So this shows that the president is not in any way joking about this. The president is not in any way joking about this, and he is very, very much serious. Mind you, some of you are asking, oh, the president said he been to government since 19. Nothing we, yeah. Nothing we. Way back, suppose here. What the 42 years gonna do? What's the 42 years? What's the 42 years? Before I go to the middle of my conversation here, listen again. Oh, Jesus Christ. And I said this some time ago, some of you can remember. I said there will be some action taken by the president that will lead to arrest, if possible, handcuff where you are, whether police station or the court or South Beach. There will be serious action taken. Listen again. Don't doubt this. The president are also suspended. Yeah, suspension loading. Lacra, Director General and Deputy who alleged financial and administrative irregularities. So the executive marshal says he has taken a decision. No, that is good. If you're watching with me, just look at the letter from Ato Masakwe. But I'm giving another suspension here for financial administrative irregularities. It says this decision action in response to serious allegations of financial and administrative impropriety at the Liberia Agricultural Commodity Regulatory Authority, LACRA. Mind you, this was you see LACRA doing the president performance recognition. LACRA was given certificates too. You remember 13 institutions received certificates, was very praised. But LACRA carried two as the best performing institution. But now it's standing. Why we get a report that he performed and there are questions? You have to answer to this. And this is just a thin line. This might just get to a very parallel big lines that is from the past government. There were allegations, reports of allegations, but the past government never took decisions on this. But this government is not leaving any stone unturned. When there are allegations, go and clear your name. We don't want to see a Liberia where people get accused, perceived to be thieves, rogues. But when you reach this stage, you are able to clear your name and come back as a clean citizen and be able to work for your people. So let me just go there. In separate communication dated the 25 yesterday, the president suspended Mr. Christopher D. Senkoro, Director General LACRA, and Mr. Chie B. Gurley, Deputy Director General for Administration and Finance. The suspension remains in effect pending the outcome of the ongoing investigation by the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, and an audit requested by the president to be conducted by the General Auditing Commission. You listen to what happened to earlier on today with the METEX GSC report, and today what's following on what we're watching now with GSA former boss, Minister of Finance, former Minister of Finance, and also disaster management head. And these people now are being held the center of controversy. It is also an investigation covered by LCC upon. Now, before I conclude on this, Honorable Dan Tokamawo Sai, I hope I get it right, Dan Tokamawo Sai Sr. has been designated by the president to serve as an interim Director General of LACRA, while Honorable Adolphus Fokpa will serve as an interim Deputy Director General for Administration and Finance. And my little warning to you, or little word of caution. Don't think that your friend is going and you come in, when you do your own, they will not carry you. What's the Liberian saying? The falling of the dry leaf is a warning to the green ones. Hold on right there. Liberian pressure in Liberia.
How do you feel about this early arrest of Madam Bro and others?
No comment.
Did she explain anything to you, the reason behind or incarceration?
She's really told me that she was being incarcerated.
He seems to be very unhappy.
Smiling. She's very unhappy.
At some point, what she did, even though she didn't explain to me today, but you're following the news media.
How do you feel about this early arrest of Madam Bro and others?
No comment.
Did she explain anything to you, the reason behind or incarceration?
She's really told me that she was being incarcerated.
He seems to be very unhappy.
Smiling. She's very unhappy.
At some point, what she did, even though she didn't explain to me today, but you're following the news media. What would you say to what really choose the media?
I'm not following it.
So how long are you going to be here?
So Edwin know that I've been incarcerated. I'm seeing Senator Edwin Barron Snow. I'm seeing former Associate Justice. Oh, I'm seeing Kabila Jana. Oh my God, they don't kiss you though. They kiss coming call and for the cover. Oh. Oh my God, my God, my God, my God. The last time I called Jesus, people say, nothing, why you calling Jesus? Damn, my God, my God, my God. This is where we are. And it's important. How does Liberia see the threat of the government? I want you to be kidding and sincere about this. There are folks with allegations. And these folks are being called to answer based upon the nature and the gravity of the nature of the case, in the wisdom of the judges, whether it's a civil law code, it's a civil code, whether it's before the Supreme Court. Once is the confines of the law within our bailiwick to have access and jurisdiction of these cases that have been recommended through a comprehensive investigation from the LSCC, whether from the GAC. How do you see these actions? Whether it's from the executive mansion, whether it's from the executive branch? Because there are folks who are being suspended, penny informations. And these people are not sent to answer. Mind you, these are allegations. It doesn't mean that these people are being caught in the act and they are guilty. Or the case that we're holding on to, that is given 5 days with peaceability. Peaceability say I'm not guilty. The court say guilty. There's a prohibition court I've been on, given 5 days on that. But we're hearing that the case will be dismissed. And we're hearing that Associate Justice Justice of Chima Siane Clinton Johnson is involved. She, for her own legal mind, is reviewing the case and saying no, this should not happen. That's not what I'm talking about. But this is where we are. I'm hearing that this case, this particular case, they have the former foreign minister, former director general in this matter, and with issue of very serious concern to Liberia when it comes to accountability. Remember, just recently, just to take you back a little bit, the Liberia Council of Churches, Chairman Emeritus, said something. He said, this president needs to be key in handling those government officials that are performing. And if we require that there be a reshuffle or shuffle of issues, it will be very much important. But it is important for Liberia that we have those folks who are not performing to be able to perform. Because the people's interest matters more. And I'm hearing now that with this recent case that's going on, I'm seeing a lot of lawyers, Councillor Pierre Brambu is also there. Like I said earlier on today, former Foreign Minister, former Director General, and I'm hearing that Eddie Mervyn Snow is saying to the public that he's expressing a serious concern that Mary Broy is his cousin. He said she called him and told him the one who had been jailed for a role into the major rice scandal. He said, Mary Broy is my cousin. I've seen a call from her this morning that she was arrested and brought to Central Prison. This is why I'm here, and no further comment. And that's why he said we is concerned that. Remember, Councillor Pierre Brambu is also there. Like I said earlier on, I also saw Councillor Cabinet Janet, former Associate Justice of the Supreme Court Bench, who was suspended, who was also relieved of his post, that led him to take his case up to the ECOWAS Court upon him. He's also there, and he's representing the interests of those people upon. Liberia, Liberians, where are we? Where? And if you look at this whole process, this was a Saudi donation from the king, silver. And at the time, this was sent to the Liberian people and was to be managed by the disaster management team. And I really don't want to see the photo I'm looking at. What former Director General Mary Broy sharing tears. She's a very strong woman, but I'm seeing a photo of her here with very teary eyes, like she never saw this coming, and she's wondering how they brought all of the charges upon her and why is it happening now. And now we're hearing that MOVE, as a political party who just joined other parties, the likes of the CDC, the likes of the CMC, the ANC, they are now calling on for they condemn the arrest and demand release of these folks here, Master Kimia and the others who have been arrested. Imagine a rice totaling 29,412 bags, which is valued about 425,918. This rice was meant for victims and was alleged that very on the watch of the key government officials, including Master Kimia. Because remember, when you listen to the audio that Mary Broy was asked, she said she don't know where the rescue from, but she was asked to store these rice because she have a space. And every time they asked her that we come for 25 bed, they brought document. And bringing document, they will tell us that they were legitimate from the source of who said keep this rice. But my question is, was the rice for that purpose? We saw rice here with, and you know, it was so much unthinkable that the rice that came, you can't even see the bag. We saw one rice was just we are something like that during the time. You can remember, you can recall possibly or in a whole that even at the Pakapi Junction, there was one store there, they were giving rice with a specific bag and design. Later on, when that rice got finished, in order to continue the process, they brought another rice there with different feature, but then it came with different price. And people are wondering, where are these rice coming from? Is it a government proper rice initiative for the people? I'm just asking a question. Now they have charged these people theft of property, economic sabotage, and made use of public office. And this is in line with the government broader anti-corruption campaign that's been led by the Special Task Force. Now, MOVE is saying there are political leaders there. They've accused the Unity Party-led government of using state security apparatus to intimidate political opponents, and they said that the government should be able to free these people. And the Secretary General Jeremiah P. in his office respond to this issue here that is way out of order and demand the release of this. Now, the disaster management, the National Disaster Management Agency, they were involved with the distribution and the rise of disaster affected communities, where Liberians who were caught up in this disaster issues or disaster victims, were they given rice? Did you receive rice? And this has been a very long investigation. Now, Director General of GSA, Mary Braw, remember she was once the acting Maria City Mayor. She's also being held this thing. And you're aware that she was also serving as co-chair on the LEC task force team that brought about this student current meter at the Baptist field meter given the people around here $50. How much it generated? We also didn't know. But this is an issue. Now, you see Liberians are saying, oh no, there's the intimidating politician, and there's don't you think that this vote is important that they come and answer questions? How do you see these things? Oh my God. Oh my God. Like I said, I got something to talk about. There's a new development coming up. I'm not talking about the decision of Speaker Kofa, former Speaker Kofa rather, and his code of defendants. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Master Sack, no, not Master Kimi. I'm talking about Kopo Kra this time around. Minister Kopo Kra has been held in the middle of this. I'll take a break and come on. Let me take a water break and come back. And we'll talk about this. We'll go to the lines. Good afternoon. Yes, sir. Welcome.
Even your lawyer can talk to you.
You are watching From Page Africa on your live. We are here at the Morel Central Prison where the government of Liberia has taken to put Madam Mary Braw, that's former GSA boss, and former Foreign Minister Maxwell Kimia and others. And so here with us we have someone a legal luminary, former Associate Justice Cabinet Janet. Senator Snow is also here, showing some level of solidarity. We just spoke with him and asking his own stake regarding the issue here, but then he declined to comment. And so, but we are bringing you live coverage of this event.
One-time no-nonsense Monrovia City Mayor. And also former GSA boss, including the former Dean of the Cabinet, former Foreign Minister, Dean Major Sakimi. So we are.
So that's Senator Snow there, along with former Associate Justice Cabinet Janet there. Yeah. But get the picture for the phone. Picture. So we stay here, but we will have someone with from.
I'm sorry for this because as long don't worry, we working. They want as a way they can get anything here to fake mattresses and camoes for the people in the place here and taking the money for Karachi. My friend, bring my water here to drink. I'm not from the tickets to be frightened by the crickets.
Of my folks there watching live and say Jonathan T. David is watching Omega Peloton. Jonathan, thanks for your viewership. Jonathan, thank you. And let me just recognize some of my folks watching live. Justin Gay, Barcelona Kura, they say LBX, somebody say Hazard or your ball, Pueblo Line Road, OB Flomo, say we are going somewhere in Liberia. Yeah, and Zwana colleagues say thanks. Luther Luminisaki said we are community. We have parking cars move, or the parking car is moving. That's what he said, Luther Luminin. And Lawson Augustine Stockactions Wisdom say I joined a national fascinating conversation from my office at the Praise International School Highway. James Cobway, he said Liberia will never be the same. Abraham Yima, Abraham Banas Farm, he said Three Brothers Black Factory, JMB is working, God bless JMB. And Dayton El Mondo said, he said no one is above the law. If you are form part of any corrupting activity, you have to face the law. That is why we brought this government to power. Baku, you strong. Yeah. Eric Smith, 72nd, said Chairman Eric Smith, 72nd Chairman. Amos Tibor Flamora Flomo said Cooper Farm Rehab, and Ephraim Windows, the chicken factory. Ephraim, it said I'm watching from my concentration room, so clinic last turning point. Opposition will talk tired. The law is the law. Thanks so kindly for the update. This is Ephraim Kabia Man. Okay. Chris Maxwell, this is another dramatic day in history. It's a grandmaster candidate to be precise. God bless you here. Amos Omega Johnson, so my name is Amos Omega Johnson, FDA. I'm following you. Francis Manuel Bala, it's from my business center. Good afternoon. In Puebline, Aloysius Peter Flomo, it's a Unification City, Lower Mike Camp to Francis Manjo Balance, my business. Yeah, I read that. J. Sabato Wa, and said you will confess the truth. It's because Denwan Jared is Zogu in Nima County. Denwan is now becoming a regular view on our program. Denwan, thanks for your viewership. Benjamin Corningia, I say thanks for the show. Good afternoon. Abbas Kurma. ELW Junction is Mr. Van. Let Lord take his course. Emmanuel Reeves to Port Road, Mickey Junction, Sanko Supo Double. They said, Mr. Van, is there an article in the Liberia Constitution that people cannot be arrested by 1, 2, 3, or 4 a.m., especially in the criminal case? That's right. Superboy Andrew Bukugamoyo. Anthony Jala said, you always pay for everything. This is just the beginning. Parisa Football Academy, always watching us. Thanks for the edition of the show. Thank you. J. Edwin Saki, I'm following. Thank you, Saki. Abu Soare is watching. That's the Cooper Road. J. Sabato, why is the law is the law? Stiako Akatara Fire. He said, thanks for the show. The government is on the right trajectory following for Soul Clinic. Matthew Davis, he said, Chicotan Rehab Community. Thanks to all of my folks there, always watching. And we ask you to please share the video and invite others to join us this afternoon. Kennedy Barwell and said, thank you, JV, JVA. I remember how they make all my names. Yeah, nobody come on here, they know that. Christopher Quina. It's a Painesville City watching. Peter Logan watching. Anthony Wimpia Painesville. Samuel Afa is it not? Your advocacy is also making. Look at what you're putting out. I'm not doing anything. But thank you for joining me, Cyrus. Okay, Cyrus Nyan Keke said the government is really working. Abbott Collins said, I'm here in Red Line watching the movement. Thank you. Jeremiah Pade and so watching from Dubu Road. Howard G. Mendoabo Jr. said watching for Sinker. And Emmanuel Saki is one. He said thanks for the update. I'm watching the show from Dubu Road. Jonathan T. David, thank you. And thank you, my man. Advocacy work. They got another apologies in here. Cornelius Kameliagi, I hope I get her name right. He said, I'm following the conversation closely from my bungalow in District 6, Tingle Village, Masoro County. Thank you for your viewership, and I appreciate you a whole lot. We ask you, please share the video and invite others. I'm going to talk about this shortly. Like I said to you, a lot restored on her, but now I'm asking, we stayed, my team they still checking for that interview that was done by Clarence, by Mary Bro. Yeah, we won't play that Mary Bro voice. Then we hear, so when the senator let's tell the librarian way now. If our senator then, you can now he's blaming, he putting a blame on Darius DeLong. Is it Darius DeLong like Bindi? And now 19 and 19 foreign work permits following an audit. It said alien employment record in Masoro County. It has been revoked. So it's important, and the reason why I'm bringing this story, librarian people, if we're going to be in Maryland County, will say behind us, the librarian also too. Grand crew, grand dealer, Putu Ma, Grand Barodium, MNG go. I mean, you're playing change smart, big in your MNG go. Remember, we come up with major renovation in our building. We'll be celebrating 10 years, and we're trying to change almost everything, and rebrand this place. We see our business. We even see our money on political parties in the country. They've been more than 10 years, ain't changed nothing. They are renting my place to play. So that's one business. I'm talking Kupo Cry here. And Kupo Cry is one of the ministers in this government. I'm going to recommend to the president. He didn't talk. He won't fire behind your back before he can move. You won't tell me that the United Motor Corporation, UMC, in Vatan, they were having people there, they doing like repo job. Imagine one man said he manager Kupo Cry again work permit, whether Kupo Cry or the old minister, the one who they made justice minister in who they saying they and all the high low. They made the man Joey Town, they made the man justice minister in who they saying down there. Kupo Cry to the main justice minister, Buckeye. In who? They saying the labor. You tell one man say he manager, but he working as a spare part supervisor. Did that librarian put one down there? Then they found a man working as a software specialist. Just not as a manager, but phone working as a software specialist. They have one place called PC Sun Vatan. Now you found right here. 3 permits were cancelled. All the individual issue permit, the bridge management role that was working as a salesman. He said he's manager, but he's salesman. Stop and Shop supermarket on the 4th Street, right here. The foreign employee just as the manager and the technical staff were actually serving as receptionist. God. And flow supervisor, human resource officer, warehouse assistant, and they never had any work permit applications. So you want to tell me that research and librarian do it? Flow supervisor librarian do it? Human resource, we don't have librarians yet. warehouse assistant. But Mr. Kubakura, there this is happening. Did he put fire on your back before you start seeing it in it? How many of the work permit that the poor gave? It's not realistic. Look at Boulevard Paris, 12th Street. The method doing and method compound. One of men working there, he say he is a CEO assistant, but you were working as an assistant accountant. Hey, Jesus Christ! They won't talk the kind of thing you have to get in 1 year. You won't tell me no assistant accountant in this country. You know how many students graduating from Cottington, AMU, AMU, Universal Liberia? You know how many Liberians that can serve in this position? Oh, Jesus Christ. 14th Street again, in the whole business the atmosphere has gone, right? They call it the OCA, 14th Street. Another permit again. One individual was listed as an export expert, but you are working as a warehouse supervisor. Is he gonna lie to you? You say you export expert, but you're working at warehouse supervisor. I can tell Tomafaya from this place. I care Tomafaya there. Tomafaya can work perfectly. The funny man is the export expert, but you're working as supervisor. Tomafaya can even export materials for this country. You see what I'm saying? So if they're going to put fire on Kubakura back, minister, councillor, you know what I'm saying? Then the men working at the men say airport expert working at warehouse supervisor, the other one holding position as sales person, but in working at warehouse assistant to stand to the warehouse. Even we take one first degree holder from Universal Liberia, Cottington, vocational education around, they can do the work here. The International Aluminum Factory, 5th Street, the system of already. One of them say he working as a financial analyst, paint specialist, engineer, the branch manager, but he was instead working as a non-specialized role with a desk officer, warehouse worker, and office staff. Oh, Jesus Christ, your physical librarian post to pay in this country. Your poor BP on your paint expert. We can do paint. Who? Financial analyst, engineer. I take Tompa Fire from here now as video director and send Tompa Fire there. Paint expert. He can do better than that people. But you know, what I'm so much flabbergasted about. Councillor Kubakura, Labour Minister, is saying now that it's a new beginning. We will ensure that all labour market operates fairly, transparently, and within the bounds of the law. So you want to tell me if the lawmakers they were not going to hold you hard a few days, you're not going to do it? I said something. Councillor Cry is going back July. And the reason I do want to do for, if he careful, you go selfish. I'm saying this, oh, maybe like everyone saying, Nathaniel, how you might don't know, but I'm saying it. If no document that the lawmakers asked Councillor Craft for, his return again, and don't provide a document, he may just be held in contempt and go selfish for 72 hours. Because we have to use our hand on our folks. Why you must be a minister, you must say, fire on total bar? For what reason? Bureau of State Enterprise. He answering question. He is an intern. He going selfish. Former Minister Banza Kimia, you see the thing? They say party waiting. Then the party say no. They demand an immediate release of the people there. And what's that? You say your government waiting, so come get the country, that I can hold the country. And my people, Jesus Christ, pressure. I know some people may just do like what's going on. But let me say the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Bakai. Yeah, I can join the pool calling the president here. Bokai. He's currently into. He passed early morning about 9 o'clock where I sit on his way for the burial and reburial of Liberia former head of state and the former first lady there into Genjide County, and we say our condolences to the family. Keep silent in the Lord. We can reverse it. It's a former president do come back. We know there are other issues of both times in there were MasterCard and other issues there. First delay, those are all the issues we face with here. And we want to say to the family our condolences. It's a hard time and it isn't easy. Yeah. But yeah, be strong. And the president and interact, they are there. And yeah. But what do you make of this issue? Because every time these things come about, you hear people. Back in January, they charged some folks in absentia and they escaped from this country. Yeah, I seen one minister man calling me. Call me, don't be beeping. Call me. One Frederick Bay. Frederick, call me. Don't beep. Frederick, call me. Yeah, call me, Frederick. Don't beep. I think I know you're the deputy communication director or you're in the communication office. Don't beep me, Frederick. I'll put you on the radio. You're gonna tell you I put you on the radio. Well, he call it. I'll put you on the radio. Yeah, wait, Jenna. Oh, you ain't talking. I put you on the radio. Yeah. This is Frederick Bay. Good afternoon. You are now live on the heat. You're live on the heat. Good afternoon.
I am religiously following your program.
I know always you follow.
I thought it was important that you did not attend the press conference yesterday.
Okay.
There was a major press conference here yesterday.
Well, but you ever send invitation to me?
Well, that's something I apologize to you for. We got almost every media entity represented.
No, but not say every media. I was still invited. Whoever when I invited, don't say every media. Don't say every media. You were selective in the process.
90% of the media in the country here, and of course, every media they can share with you.
No.
I mean, we're all journalists, we interrelate.
No, let's go. I'm about to go to the lines. I want you to be snappy and succinct. This program is about you. You also be that the only time you can call, the only time you want to provide clarity when something about your name or your ministry name. But for you to come regularly and provide information to the public is difficult. I'll give you 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. I'll give you 30 seconds. No, 30 seconds.
Thank you very much. We thought to just give you a little gist of what is on TV. This is an exercise that has been in the making, not based on pressure from any party or any sector of government.
Okay, I will there. Anything you want to come to the radio station, come here, pay some money. We're not working for you. Yeah, I think he said not because of pressure, but we're saying from the reading of things is based upon pressure. Because if just imagine the host invited the minister of football crowd, they say category of job, the minister of family. They got the same back. Category, what kind of job you get people? They put another he is now specifying the kind of jobs and the kind of job he gave you. They lie to him. You know they lie to the minister. You know they lie to the minister. The minister can't lie to the bring people. You found somebody for United Motor Corporation in Vatan. The man say he's a manager, but as he's not manager. Let me go to the lines. Don't tell me nothing, my man. You can always, like people, you probably aware will always listen. The people will never come inform the public, but only waiting for that need of doing something. And I'm telling you, Kubakra business, a minister Kubakra now fight on the Liberal business in this country and continue. Paka, you say calling me, I'm going to take calls on the line. If the minister will continue to be the way he operating here, folks, if they continue, what Paka say, there, I'll give you 20 seconds. Yeah. Paka, I felt it big in a Paka, yo.
Yeah, what you did there was just not, it wasn't right.
Why?
You have me online and you just abruptly cut me off.
Yeah, my son, give you 30 seconds.
Why is it true that we will have to give you some money as you are now demanding, which is
Oh.
and just talking, you don't got no business of talking. It surprises me. Your show is hard to listen to.
But I want to, yeah. Go to the point. No, you say you now demystifying it. No, listen, you said to me that it is now based upon pressure from the Senate. That the good news of limited labor. You keep to clarify that it is not based upon the pressure it's not based upon the pressure from the house. I said, well, then thank you. I'm saying because if these things were issues you were to do, why you never did it? Only because the lawmakers had to pressure the minister, he's not doing these things. Am I wrong? They say I'm sitting waiting and saying things. How many times have you come to the media the guy is telling me you apologize to me that you never called me for a press conference that unfolding at the level of the ministry. So I still come to you. I'm working for you, right? Don't do that to me. The people deserve to know. They're not put in a position so that they can run behind information. You are to inform them regularly. How many times you come on the radio to say this is what I'm falling at the ministry, but when something happen, then you say, hey, I'm saying this. You know how many times the minister went at level of the Senate? The minister went at level of the Senate. How long he spent there? Let me go to the lines and talk to the folks here. 0775-919-919. He said I'm making erroneous allegations. The minister never went there. Let me talk to my call on the line. 0775-919-919. I'm not working for you. I say he's not gonna pay money. I say I don't demand money for you. I demand money for you. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead, make our way.
Thank you for the beautiful talk show this afternoon. No, when someone gives you piece of job, you have to be very careful and serious on it, and you have passion. Then people for willing against the job or get the business solution, piece of job for them to pay, but you are not taking on those people. That's why I got it. So it is a lesson for him.
Then federal being talk about making erroneous allegations. When you give somebody work permit, the men lie to you. You're not lying like people.
Yeah, see? So not everywhere those guys are on the tree. Not everywhere you minister when you're on the give instruction. So sometimes you gotta take a follow.
The man working at Boulevard Palace 12th Street, he said he's a CEO assistant, but he's saying he's working as an assistant accountant. They ain't lying to you? Okay, Mega, let me talk to Prince Kolake on this line this afternoon. Then he's here, I'm making. Good afternoon, Prince. That the Deputy Communication Director of Effective Bay from Parker. No, be careful. Please, hello, Prince. Hello, Prince. Please, and hello, I will not have you. I will not take that. I will not take that from you. I don't think we accept that. We just use any words from people. And I was standing with our opinion differences. Please, I will not accept that. So I have to cut you off, Prince Kolake. Let me talk to another caller here. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, I just want to know what are the changes they would have called you today? What are you are so
No. I'm begging you. I don't want that, please. Let's speak to the issue here. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
sometimes when you speak the truth, people always call you and say, and then have in different ways. And you, know?
Yeah, go ahead, live.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, when you speak the truth, people coming on saying, calling you and saying a lot of things. That means we are listening to you. I can't call you not too long on the minister. They are all lying to the minister on that side, saying a lot of things, what are necessary to the minister. If you can put somebody powerful.
Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon. Let's talk about the way this serious stance of accountability the government had taken on. Now, the likes of Mary Brown, former DG, GSA, former Minister of Foreign Affairs, the National Disaster Management. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
And Lieutenant, you are just right. Without the pressure of the Senate, we couldn't have fought from the Labor Ministry and we couldn't have seen the kind of steps they are taking. No one can take out the challenge. That's the reality. And this is the reason for which many Nigerians have always said the actual problems of the actual problems Nigerians are faced with is from the hot of legislature. And even they themselves, some of them have admitted that they are the problem until they can start to see their responsibility to be the reason why Nigerians elected them. We keep having some problems.
Okay.
So thank God that they have intervened, and we hope that upon itself or return to them, we see more of these actions. But for these people, to those who think that the law should only be for the commoners, it should only affect the commoners in a negative form, or for certain persons they are for whose work is that they can be vindicated, they cannot go to prison. I think they should now start to change their thoughts because Nigeria should be thinking about moving in a positive trajectory. We should not see here unity because of politics. And that's the reason for which you see, because of politics, so many things are then lacking in our country. Because everyone wants to shield their devil. That's not happening. So the mass community, we hope that, like you said, they are going to go into investigation. No one is being guilty for now.
Yeah, they're not guilty. They have to be investigated.
Yes. It is from your investigation and what for those private parties that you providing that will benefit you. So go and pass through the procedure. The law is the law, and very well, no one is going to question anybody.
Okay. Okay. We say the law must stand. We should protect the law. Good afternoon. Elijah Flomo, good afternoon. Yeah, Prince. Yeah, Prince, if you go the way you went earlier on, I will cut you off. Let's be safe and very much professional on this.
So no, I don't have a DNA when it comes to attacking personality, but we just discuss the issue as it is. So let me give a thumbs up to the government. You know, somebody said suspension without investigation. But at least we have seen the government taking drastic action. Though I'm critical on the government, when the government does right, we will praise the government. When the government goes wrong, we will be there to say as it takes. So the only recommendation I have again for the government to make is instead of only suspending any investigation, let there be a public parade of any government official that will be suspended. Because you see some of them, when the government suspend their restitution, all of those things, but if they have made shame publicly, if the government, for example, like John Brown, is ongoing suspension, is ongoing investigation, let him be paraded, let him be made shame, let the public know who is the John Brown. Tomorrow, the after tomorrow, get their fingerprinted, and those people that are alleged to be corrupt, and those people that they have been caught being corrupt.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon to the Liberian people. My name is Martin there. I'm calling for tomorrow. Because perhaps thank you for the topic on discussion today, but as a problem, we the Liberians. I want to ask we the Liberians where we want. Because we get the people corrupt, all the application for people go and very far. We will be the same people will be in here. We're not supposed to do this, we're supposed to well, we the Liberians, what we want. So we will come and tell you, money, we tell you, we tell you, money, and then they tell people corrupt. We're going to call here, you don't want protest for the people in here. What do you want for Nigeria?
What we really want. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you, Matthew, thank you. I got to go. But I just want to inform Liberian people that today is the birthday of the Chief Justice Shannon Yuo. And today she turned 70 years. She was born June 26, 1955. Today she turned 70 years. Remember, that's the benchmark set for sitting Chief Justice. That's the benchmark. And today, June 26, 2025, make the Chief Justice 70 years. She was born in the family of 22 children, the very last one. She graduated from the St. Teresa Convent High School in 1974, and she pursued high school education at Cuttington University, earning BA in Political Science. 1978, she enrolled at the Louis Arthur Graham's School of Law, University of Liberia, graduated of BA in 1981, and launched a career which extensively eventually took her to the pinnacle of the Liberia judiciary. And she served before, in 1983 to 1990, she served as Assistant Minister for Legal Affairs and Minister of Justice. She also served as coordinator of the African Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, 1988 to 1990, Legal Council, Central Bank of Liberia, and the Law Reform Commission. She also legal advocacy and practice. She practiced law from 1994 to 2000. She served as Vice President of Liberia National Bar Association, the LMB funding Vice President, Liberia, that is the Association of Female Lawyers of Liberia, IFELD, promoting women legal rights. She was appointed Associate Justice at the Supreme Court in 2018. She became Chief Justice in 2022, the third woman to hold the position into Liberia history. And a lot programs on the 3.2 million judicial complex in Maryland County. In 2025, she completed additional courts, the court infrastructure project in Maryland County. She advocated persistently for completion of the Supreme Court renovation. And she launched a 5-year strategic plan 2024-2029, focused on the judicial modernization, reduction of case blockade, and professional training. A lot more. Let me say today, happy birthday to the Chief Justice Shannon Yuo. So yeah, within the coming days, she's winding down, because once you reach that 70 years, you gotta go. I gotta go too. I'll be back tomorrow on the weekend edition of the program. Let me say, all of you, thanks for joining me today. Andrew Gamble, you head of production, have been here with me, and I am your humble servant. I'm J. Nathaniel Beaver. Just call me the ambassador. Until then, blessed good afternoon. Good afternoon to you all.
I bring in no critique for my mattress for my client. My client are reputable people. You know what they say? They store rice. They wear such a different no rice. Because instead of us growing rice here, y'all say, no for country with a bread basket. Instead of bringing Japanese rice, Chinese rice, all kind of rice here. So the people will have rice here. That's why they went there to find some reason. But y'all let people, y'all take it easy. I've been 43 years in the practice. Y'all just coming up and allowing people to misuse your, abuse your, use your. They can't do it to me. The wife or the former, the woman just has something for Sawyer, and y'all saw me to the Muslim place. Yes. They give a damn for who it is here. But it says yes, sir. Your time will come, they will change everybody. They will bring you here.
Is that a trick?
Former Associate Justice Cabinet Janet displaying the court paper to the